Stephen Mwanthi, Chairperson Finance and Revenue Collection Committee. I do not see Honorable Stephen Mwanthi. Honorable Masesi, you are holding brief. All right, proceed. Before you proceed, we seem to have some honorable guests in the gallery. Can I have information who are the guest students in the gallery so that we can welcome them in the business that's on the table? Thank you. So, honorable members, at this point, we have been joined by students of the KMTC Mansa campus, right? Yes, we have students from the KMTC Mansa campus, which is in Machakos, and we welcome you with both hands. And I am informed that they are also accompanied by an instructor or lecturer. Welcome, young men and ladies, and feel at home. Thank you very much. Thank you. So now we can proceed. Honorable Masesi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. My name is Cosmas Masesi, Matungulu Ward East, representative to the County Assembly.
Honorable Masesi, please add more volume.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I'm Honorable Cosmas, a member to the County Assembly, representing Matungulu East Ward residents. Madam Speaker, I'll be holding brief for our chairman, Stephen Mwanthi, who is not with us today. And Madam Speaker, is a report on financial statements of the county government of Machakos, that is the executive, for the financial year ended 30th June 2020, or financial year 2019-2020. Honorable Speaker, that aware that Section 166 of the Public Finance Management Act requires every accounting officer of a county government entity to prepare a report for each quarter of a financial year in respect of the entity and submit the report to County Treasury. Aware that the County Treasury should consolidate the quarterly reports and submit them to the County Assembly not later than a month after the end of the quarter. Further aware that the County Treasury submitted a consolidated report and financial statements of the County Government of Machakos for the financial year ended 30th June 2020, which is 2019-2020, to the Assembly for consideration. Madam Speaker, noting that the County Assembly Standing Orders defines the mandate of the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee to include all matters relating to the management of the county public finance and revenue collection. Aware that the committee analyzed the reports submitted by the Department of Finance and Economic Planning and made recommendations. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that this House discusses and approves the report of financial statements of the county government of Machakos for the financial year ended 30th June 2020, which is 2019-2020, as tabled by the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee. I wish to call upon Honorable Moffat Maida, Madam Speaker, to second my motion.
Thank you, Honorable Masesi. Honorable Maida.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Moffat Maida, representing the people of Matungulu West. I second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Maida.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Masesi and the House at large, can we agree that on that report you will just take us through the mandate of the committee? Just mark those paragraphs. And then you also indicate the committee membership for the record and proceed to give us the executive summary so that we have more time for debate.
Exactly, Madam Speaker. That was supposed to be my request.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please proceed.
So, Madam Speaker, I'll just go straight away to the mandate of the committee. The Finance and Revenue Collection Committee is established pursuant to Standing Order number 190 of the County Assembly of Machakos Standing Orders. Standing Order number 195 defines the function of the sectoral committee to include, among others, to investigate, inquire into, and report on all matters relating to the mandate, management, activities, administration, operations and estimates of the assigned department. In addition, the second schedule of the County Assembly Standing Orders defines the mandate of the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee to include all matters relating to the management of county public finance and revenue collection. Committee membership. Honorable Speaker, the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee is currently constituted, comprises of the following honorable members. Honorable Stephen Mwande, who is the chairperson. Honorable Josephat Kasioki, vice chairperson. Honorable Betty Nzioki, member. Honorable Brian Kisila, member. Honorable Caleb Mule, member. Honorable Frederick Mudhoka, member. Honorable Justus Ketengu, member. Honorable Judas Dawa, member. Honorable Moffat Maida, member. Honorable Phoebe Koki, member. Grace Mutua, honorable member. Honorable Cosmas Masesi, member. And finally, we have Honorable Ellen Deti, Madam Speaker, as a member. Madam Speaker, we have the executive summary of the same. Honorable Speaker, the County Executive submitted a report of the financial statements for the County Government of Machakos in respect to the financial year 2019-2020 on 30th August 2020, pursuant to Section 166 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012. The committee interrogated the statement as by its mandate is provided for understanding order number 190, subsection 5, and the second schedule of standing orders, which includes all matters relating to the management of county public finance and revenue collection. Honorable Speaker, as per the financial statement, the financial year 2019-2020, the county executive received a total of Kenya shillings 12,261,310,976 shillings, comprising of exchequer releases, conditional grants, returns, CRF issues, and local revenue. This amount was less than the total budgeted receipts of Kenya shillings 13,329,651,161 by Kenya shillings 1,255,542,723 shillings, all by 8%. The budget deficit was occasioned by non-receipt of Kenya shillings 1,224,241,675 from exchequer releases and Kenya shillings 59,593,420 shillings from proceeds from domestic and foreign grants, which we can see on table 3.1 showing the receipts. Honorable Speaker, over the same period, the county executive spent Kenya shillings 11,827,613,263 shillings. This amount of expenditure was less than the total budgeted expenditure of Kenya shillings 13,329,651,161 by Kenya shillings 1,502,037,000, Madam Speaker, 898 shillings, all by 11.3%. The decline in the projected expenditure occurred in all the main expenditure items, with acquisition of assets having the highest variation. Acquisition of assets was budgeted to spend Kenya shillings 2,949,226,304 shillings, but spent Kenya shillings 1,663,249,171, which was a difference of Kenya shillings 1,285,977,133, representing a 43.6% variation. Madam Speaker, we can see on table 3.1 on payments. Honorable Speaker, a comparison between the receipts of Kenya shillings 12,261,310,976 and payments of Kenya shillings 11,827,613,263 revealed that the county executive did not spend Kenya shillings 697,713 shillings, which were released for spending as it was released late towards 30th June 2020. The county government received Kenya shillings 1,963,065,165.40 cents in the month of June 2020 from the exchequer and donors and was not able to spend all of it due to procurement procedures. Madam Speaker, you can see on table 3.2. Madam Speaker, total receipts received of the county executive declined from Kenya shillings 13 billion 339 million 971,402 received in financial year 2018-2019 to Kenya shillings 12 billion 261 million 310,976. The decline was as a result of decrease of exchequer releases and the county council's generated receipts. Exchequer releases decreased from 9 billion 941 million 998,760 received in the financial year 2018-2019 to 8 billion 607 million 511,105 received in financial year 2019 and 2020, while county-owned generated receipts decreased from 1 billion 557 million to 11,640 realized in financial year 2018-2019 to Kenya shillings 1 billion 376 million 171,810 realized in financial year 2019-2020. You can see on table 3.3. Madam Speaker, the decline in total receipts in financial year 2019-2020 compared to financial year 2018-2019 was as a result of reduction of equitable share and the interruptions of various economic activities and revenue collection caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Honorable Speaker, total payments of financial year 2019-2020 increased marginally by 0.2% from Kenya shillings 11 billion 778 million 408,758 recorded in the financial year 2018-2019 to Kenya shillings 11 billion 827 million 613,263 recorded in the year under review. Compensation of employees was about 44.54% of the total expenditure in the financial year 2019-2020, compared to 44.4% in the financial year 2018-2019. Acquisition of assets was about 14.06% of the total expenditure in the financial year 2019-2020, compared to 13.8% in the financial year 2018-2019. Both of these expenditures, Madam Speaker, were not compliant with fiscal responsibility principles stipulated in the Section 107, subsection 1 and 2 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Regulations 25(1), A, B, C, and G of the Public Finance Management, that is within the County Government Regulations 2015. You can check on table 3.4. Honorable Speaker, in terms of revenue accounts, the county government, that is the executive, operates one revenue account with the Central Bank of Kenya, CBK, known as the County Revenue Fund, CRF, account for the purpose of receiving funds from the National Treasury. In the financial year 2019-2020, the county executive operated 4 revenue collection accounts with 4 commercial banks for the purpose of collecting revenue. These accounts were opened in the following commercial banks: Kenya Commercial Bank, KCB, Cooperative Bank of Kenya, COP, Family Bank, and the National Bank of Kenya. The 2 of these revenue collection accounts were opened between January and February 2020, and the reason given was to increase the efficiency in revenue collection and also ease the collection. Madam Speaker, transfers from Cooperative Bank to CRF were done weekly, while transfers from KCB were irregular with some delaying for more than 7 days. Transfers from Family Bank and National Bank of Kenya were done monthly. Honorable Speaker, on pending bills, the county executive had bills amounting to Kenya shillings 2 billion 268 million 493,639 as at 30th June 2020, comprising of pending bills from various departments of Kenya shillings 1 billion 997 million 815,391, pending staff payables of Kenya shillings 144 million 885,451, and other pending payables from Kenya Power, water bills, and Kenya School of Government of Kenya shillings 125 million 972,798. Madam Speaker, you can see on table 3.5. Honorable Speaker, the committee observed the following: A, that the county executive received less funds than the amount budgeted for in the financial year 2019-2020, leading to lower expenditure, especially on acquisition of assets. In addition, Madam Speaker, the County Executive was not able to absorb all the funds released for expenditure, and the explanation given was that the funds were released late. B, Madam Speaker, the County Executive attained the targeted local revenue collection of Kenya shillings 1.16 billion, and even surpassed the target even though it was lower than the amount of revenue collected of Kenya shillings 1.557 billion collected in the financial year 2018-2019. C, Madam Speaker, the County Executive opened 2 new revenue collection accounts in the financial year 2019-2020 in Family Bank and National Bank. The reasons provided for opening the accounts were to enhance efficiency in revenue collection in various sub-counties as well as ease reconciliation, Madam Speaker. The committee observed that the 2 banks do not have a large network of branches and they rarely offer agency banking. Thus, the reason of efficiency is doubtful. The M-Pesa pay bills, which is KCB and Coop Bank, have a very vibrant agency banking and are present in most of the county. Thus, the justification of opening new accounts seems not well calculated, or the actual reason for opening the bank accounts has not been revealed to the committee. Lastly, Madam Speaker, pending bills for the county in financial year 2019-2020 alone was Kenya shillings 1.53 billion, compared to pending bills as at the end of financial year 2018-2019 of Kenya shillings 734 million. This calls for a better management of pending bills, as the increase was hurting investors in the county, Madam Speaker. Committee recommendations, Madam Speaker. 1, that the Department of Finance and Economic Planning should continue setting realistic local revenue targets. The department should develop revenue enhancement strategies to ensure that local revenue was not shrinking but expanding. These can involve revision of valuation roles for land rates, setting revenue targets for each ward as dictated by revenue potential mapping per ward, and enhancing revenue collection monitoring to reduce revenue diversion. Number 2, Madam Speaker, of the recommendations, that the Department of Finance and Economic Planning may consider closing revenue collection accounts at Family Bank and National Bank of Kenya and enhance efficiency through banks with large network and vibrant agency banking. The department should also enhance revenue collection through use of M-Pesa pay bills. Madam Speaker, lastly, there is that the Department of Finance and Economic Planning should devise a strategy of ensuring that pending bills in the county are cleared. Madam Speaker, I therefore table this report of the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee on the financial statements of the county government of Machakos, which is the executive, for the financial year 2019-2020 for consideration and adoption. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Masesi. So, honorable members, I now propose the question that this House discusses and approves the report of the financial statements of the county government of Machakos, into brackets executive, for the financial year ended 30th June 2020, into brackets financial year 2019/2020, as tabled by the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee. Honorable members, I now invite you to debate the motion. Honorable Helen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I first wish to congratulate the Finance Committee, where I happen to be a member, for taking time to go through the Executive's quarterly report on the finances, and wish to state that the report is well written. However, as a member, I've looked at the list or the table with the pending bills, and my question is that the total list that the county has for pending bills? Because we still have a lot of people out there who claim that they supplied services goods like lights for our streets, and to date, after 3 years down the road, they have never been paid. So there is need for the Finance Committee to still get into, to discuss this matter with the Treasury, our Treasury, and find out exactly whether we have got or we have been given the correct list of pending bills. Secondly, I would like also to the committee to find out why the equitable share in the year 2019-2020 for the county went down. Is it because of the revision of the formula that was being used? What did we do to reduce the amount of money that we were given? My third comment is on the utilization of funds. I've noticed that we didn't utilize close to 1.something billion shillings. And in future, I know despite the delayed releases by the National Treasury, the county should ensure that all monies released or budgeted for this county are received and utilized in the period they are released for. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mate. Honorable Kisini.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also stand to congratulate the committee for the...
Is the volume really right?
I stand
to
give applause to the committee for the good report. Madam Speaker, I'm just concerned with the pending bills and the increase. In the financial year 2019-2020, 2018-2019, it was 734 million, Madam Speaker. While in 2019-2020, it was 2.3 billion, 2.2 billion. Madam Speaker, I'm very much concerned about that increase within a very span of months, a period of months, actually, Madam Speaker. I just tend to wonder about that management. Why? And I remember that there was a time when we stopped almost everything to pay pending bills. My great concern is only that point, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kisini. Honorable Kingori.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Honorable George Kingori from Mudhwani Ward. Madam Speaker, I would also like to support the report and agree with the committee that they have done a good job. Nevertheless, I just want to highlight on one issue which had been given by the committee, is that we have revenue being collected in areas where less development is done. I think it's the high time now the executive
Mr. Kingori, you can use another mic that doesn't seem to have that problem. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. What I would like to say that we need also to probe back to the areas where...
Mr. Kingori,
yeah.
I will put you down for a while, right?
Okay.
You can talk to the Sergeant at Arms. They will tell you why I'm telling you, you take a break.
Thank
right?
you, Madam Speaker. I do understand.
Yes, go and talk to the Sergeant at Arms. Any other member wishing to contribute? Honorable Mweni.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support the report and ask the executive to pay the pending bills because some people have taken the money from the bank and even some they are dying now and they have already others who have already died. So I ask the executive to pay the people because even others, they have been left by their wives because of the bank. Even they cannot cook. Their things are collected up. And you know when you are having a bill with the bank, even at home, there's no love. And you cannot stay with your wife. So I think the executive, and we were given time by the control of budget to finish our bills. So this is very important. And if now, Madam Speaker, you can go to hospital, you'll find there, the people who are employed there, they are not paid. I was there on Saturday. And the people who have taken the contract, they belong to our account. And they don't pay the money. You will be punished by God, even if you eat this money of people who are suffering. You can go there and find the children are suffering, there is no medicine, there is no water. So if you are not having money, you cannot be treated. And you are told to go out and buy the medicine. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mweni. Honorable Alice.
Asante, Bi Speaker, kwa kunipa nafasi. Majina ni Mheshimiwa Alice Nzioka, nimeteuliwa na Chama cha Maendeleo Chap Chap. Bi Speaker, ni kama umekuwa mtindo wa kaunti yetu kuwasumbua na kandarasi. Bi Speaker, kama ingewezekana, alafu kuwe na mkutano wa wanakandarasi ambao wamepewa kazi katika kaunti yetu ya Machakos, utapatwa na mshtuko. Bi Speaker, nakumbuka ni miaka 2 ama 3 nyuma, anayeangalia bajeti yetu ya Kenya alisema na akatoa taarifa kwamba kila kaunti kabla hatujafanya kazi yoyote tuwalipe wanakandarasi. Mshangao wangu ni kwamba tumekuwa tukitoa pesa kwamba wanakandarasi walipwe. Na kila wakati kama ni bajeti, ikifika kutengeza bajeti unasikia kwamba tunadaiwa na wanakandarasi. Sisi kama bunge inatakiwa tuwe pamoja na hii kamati ambayo inakusanya ushuru. Tukae pamoja ndio tuone sisi kama bunge tutawasaidiaje. Bi Speaker, nina mfano mmoja, mwanakandarasi ambaye anaitwa Samto. Nilimpa nyumba zangu za kukodisha. Sasa nilimwacha akae nyumba kama yake. Kufikia sasa nimemdai 1,120 na anaishi na watoto. Alikuwa akijenga darasa la elimu ya chekechea, alimaliza na hadi wa sasa hajalipwa. Na kama sisi wabunge tutapatiana mifano, utakuta kwamba ni wengi wanakandarasi ambao hawajalipwa. Nasema sisi kama bunge tuchukue na hatua, tuone kwamba wanakandarasi wetu wamelipwa. Mshangao mkubwa, Bi Speaker, wanakandarasi hawajui kwamba sisi hatushughuliki na vile wanalipwa. Ukikutana na mmoja ama mwenye amedai county, unasikia nyinyi mnakaa bunge na mshughulikii malipo yetu. Sasa ni kila mtu na kazi yake, maana hatutaki kazi ambayo inaletwa kwetu ambayo sio yetu. Bi Speaker, kama vile ambavyo unajua, shughuli zetu ama kazi zetu katika bunge ni 3. Tunashughulikia kuangalia kama kazi utenda kazi. 2, tunatengeza sheria. 3, tunaleta mahitaji ya watu ambao wametuchagua. Tunaleta mahitaji yao katika bunge. Sisi kazi yetu kama tumepatiana bajeti ni kuona kwamba kama ni bajeti ya afya imeingia mahospitali, kama ni bajeti ya kandarasi wanalipwa. Bi Speaker, kuna mshangao mkubwa, maana hata kukitokea kwamba kaunti zile ambazo hazitapewa pesa ni kwa sababu hawajalipa wanakandarasi, kaunti ya Machakos tutakuwa namba 1 ama 2. Kwa hivyo sisi kama bunge tuna muda tushughulikie kuona kwamba kama pesa zimetolewa za wanakandarasi wanalipwa. Asante sana.
Thank you, Honorable Alice. Can I call upon the mover of the motion to reply, Honorable Masesi?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just would like to make like 2 comments, and I appreciate the members. First is, Madam Speaker, that the recommendations are very clear that we must be very careful when working on the target on about the on-source revenue, because, Madam Speaker, any shortfall within the on-source revenue will directly affect the development. So, Madam Speaker, and remember, and we all know that our budgeting, when we are doing the budget, we base on what we intend to get from the exchequer, and also, Madam Speaker, from the on-source revenue. Secondly, Madam Speaker, just to answer Honorable Ellen Detty, Madam Speaker, it is very clear that the exchequer releases 2018-2019 were higher than the exchequer releases 2019-2020. Madam Speaker, that is very clear, and it is shown within the report. Lastly, Madam Speaker, is about the pending bills. Madam Speaker, this is at least, even if will not be around come 2022, Madam Speaker, at least I'm happy and I hope that the county government of Machakos will have a new leadership, Madam Speaker, who will care about the pending bills, Madam Speaker, who run all the way from 2013, Madam Speaker, up to this 2021, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we also need to get the facts of a court ruling which I saw last week, whereby, Madam Speaker, the executive was being pushed to pay 139 billion to contractors who went to court and won the case. So, Madam Speaker, again, you can see that there was an increase of a double pending bills from 2019 to 2020, 754 million to 1.53 billion. Madam Speaker, we have not been doing development of late, only to the fact that we are paying pending bills. Madam Speaker, as a house, we need to get the facts on the current pending bills, how much has been paid, and who has been paid those money. Because, Madam Speaker, you can imagine for the last 2 financial years, we don't have anything to show in terms of development, apart from the major projects which are being done by the county government. So, Madam Speaker, lastly, I want to appreciate the members. And also, Madam Speaker, we keep on pushing on time limits of these reports. Madam Speaker, this is a report of 2019-2020. And Madam Speaker, we need to get these reports when they are still green for members to be able to furnish themselves with what happened during the last financial year. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mosesi. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House discusses and approves the report of the financial statements of the County Government of Machakos into bracket executive for the financial year ended 30th June 2020 into brackets financial year 2019/2020 as tabled by the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee. As many as of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. So, honorable members, you have approved that report as prepared, and as usual, I'll just add a voice to the issue of pending bills. Because besides the views that you've expressed, the Speaker here also has a pending bill that the county executive is supposed to pay. And right from the first day I became a Speaker here, I've been making it known to all of you that I have a pending bill that arose from legal services that I gave to the county government before I became Speaker. I still ask that even as you push for the contractors to be paid, you also push for the payment of the legal fees that are due to the Speaker. I have orders of the court. I have a decree. I have warrants which I can execute. Thank you very much, honorable members. At this point, honorable members, let us have the House adjourn, and we shall resume on the 30th day of November 2021 at 2:30 p.m. That is today. And I take this opportunity to welcome our guests for a lunch, the young men and girls who have come to see, and their teacher, of course, to see how we conduct business here. And thank you so much for coming. Mr. Mutisia, you will guide them accordingly. Thank you, members.